I meet great investors who share market intelligence and deal flow with me, as I do with them. And I also meet managers that I wouldn't normally meet elsewhere, or I haven't met elsewhere. And so from that perspective, it's a very useful way for me to meet both LPs and GPs efficiently. The ones we currently work with might not deliver the performance in the future that they have in the past. And as a result, it's always good to keep our deal funnel as wide as possible, meet as many managers as possible, particularly in sectors where we have high conviction, and make sure that the managers, if our managers don't perform, we have backup, so to speak, where we can redeem from our existing exposure and get that new exposure to take advantage of that relationship. Aminim Group, I believe is their name. They do industrial commingle fund and multifamily deal by deal. We have a lot of multifamily exposure, but light value add industrial is something where we've been thinking about for a while. The particular opportunity with this fund that I find intriguing is it's a fully specified portfolio of 150 million across 20 deals. The highly specified and visible nature of the portfolio is attractive to me because I don't have to bet on the manager making the right decision. I can underwrite the 20 deals now before making a commitment, and through that process get a current income and get what I think could be a reasonable total return given I know what the portfolio contains. In contrast, many of the other opportunities are blind pools or partially specified portfolios, and there you have to rely on the manager. Here it's less manager risk and more portfolio risk, which is what I'm more comfortable with. Short answer is perform. Generate the return they were targeting or higher. Longer answer is not just perform, but be transparent with communication to investors. Treat investors equally. Obviously, if you're a large investor, you generally get favored for preferential fees and treatment, etc. But other than that, if I'm a smaller investor, I'd like to get, reports. I'd like to have a periodic quarterly call discussing the portfolio. I don't want to necessarily feel excluded because I'm a smaller investor. I have been a larger investor. I know what that felt like, but I also, as a large investor, want the small investors to be respected, because at one point they might not be so small, right? And from my perspective, all investors have value add to contribute to the manager, and the manager should be aware